It's like you'd think 10 minutes of prep time would be enough. But no, I still have to overrun. Almost there. Just sorting the paint out. Fudge, he says as he realizes, I need a bigger desk. What am I missing? I'm missing the water bowl. Do that. Over here, I need to get myself some water. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Sort of. I was running around trying to get things for the stream and then realising I ran out of time. I was like, oh. Let's get rid of that. Alright. Okay, let's see what to do, because I don't know how long this camera setup's going to last. So, my god, that light is bright in my eyes. Oh, I'm lit from the source. Where is it? Yay, the camera's loaded up. Hey, open animal of welcome in. I'm just going to see if I can just adjust this one down a little bit, because it is blinding me. And my camera is actually picking it up fairly nice. Right, so, testing out a thing. Okay, it looks like that's working. So, I have got my webcam here, and my old mobile phone here, this. It's a bit laggy at times, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to have something on display whilst I paint here. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better and all that sort of stuff. Hey OJ, welcome in. Yeah, reach for the sky. But yes, this is my plan. So, I have... Why am I pointing with the mouse? You can't see my mouse cursor. So you can see the picture of the Irby. That's what this is supposed to be. So it's a little Wild West style Irby, which I've made a cape out of milliput. Give it a quick coat of primer earlier to hopefully try and be able to paint on it. So I'm gonna have a go at this and see how this turns out. I'm kind of chuffed with how the milliput's turned out, considering it's my first time trying to do something like this. I don't imagine this thin section here lasting long, but we'll figure things out. Yes, so the X is so I get an idea of where the camera's looking, because it's a very weird setup. Hey Osubasa, welcome on in. So yeah, I've not really... This is like first time trialing this setup. I don't know how long the phone battery's going to last. So, I got it all set up, got it working, and then I'm like, oh, I need to... Oh. Yeah, I need to use this before the phone battery dies. Right, paints. Paints would be a good thing. I need to open up that image on my computer so I can see it. Where are you, Irby? There we go. And then I need to click on that to get OBS back so I can see it. Is your phone not plugged in? It is plugged in, but I don't know how well it's gonna... I don't know what power it's using because it's going off the Wi-Fi. So basically, there's a OBS Ninja website that I use a QR code to hook my phone up to, so it broadcasts to the internet via my dodgy Wi-Fi, I might add. Which probably explains why it's a bit slow on here at times. I don't know. Oh, it's actually sort of coming along fairly well at the moment. But yeah, it's got to transmit onto that, so it's going to chew through that power whilst using the camera. But it is plugged in, so hopefully it either charges or it lasts long enough. I was going to use my new phone, but I figured stuff it, I'll just go with the old one for now. That should do. although I could technically use the new one, put it on mobile data and run with that, because hey, why not? Right, so let's have a look at Poncho Irby. So what I'm thinking of doing is, if I paint the metal bits of the Irby first, it is into the wall. It's via a fast charger cable, so hopefully it'll survive. So what I'm thinking for this little guy is paint up all the metal bits first, mostly the cockpit, which is barely visible underneath the hat. But I figure if I get the small fiddly bits out the way first, one, they'll dry quicker, and two, I can then paint the poncho without having to worry about then having to try and repaint it again. Whereas if I paint the metal bits later, I'm likely to scrub stuff. And yeah, if this works, then I can look at doing something, because I've currently got the phone stand. I got like a freebie. I keep looking at the screen over there. I should look over there. I got a phone stand, like this cheap cardboard thing, and the phone's resting on it backwards, so it's aiming down. I could see about making something up to hold the phone. I get a clamp or something so I could mount the phone somewhere better. If this works, brilliant. I'll look to do this more often, because I could do it for actual traditional art stuff. Sorry, I'm just... Oh yeah, it's toasty. Yep. Phone be getting toasty, yo. So that's the other thing, is if I suddenly go off stream, it's because it's set on fire. I should probably have a explosion containment pie dish somewhere, but if nothing else, it's open the back door and yeet it out into the garden. I'm sure the spiders would love it. Speaking of which, Georgina was hanging out at the back of the shed when I opened it up. Georgina's this big ass orb weaver. And I opened up the shed and she sort of froze for a moment. I started putting the bike in, she went into the corner. I was like, yep, that just scared the bejeebus out of me, and I know you're there. So, let's go for... I'm trying to say the cockpit area looks like a kind of bronzy or muddy brown. Let's go for that. Oh, I've got colours down here. Oh, look at the flower as usual. Let's have a look at you. But I hope everyone is doing well this evening. Right, the two I pull out, it isn't. So let's try the other two. And if anything, I'm going to lean with desert yellow with a hint of leather. So we'll try mixing them. This is not going to go well. It's like rule one of mixing paints. Know what the fuck you're doing. I don't. But just actually thinking on it. What I can do is open up the box of Irby. So I can always put a couple of others on there as well whilst I'm painting this one. Just as something else for you guys to look at whilst I'm busy working. Let's go with the Mackie. I like this one. I like how it turned out. I was kind of happy with this. So I'm going to put that one there. Oh wow, that was some lag. Some lag on that camera then. But yeah, I was chuffed with how this one turned out. Vespa should arrive tomorrow. Woo! Then we'll have a Lego building stream from you. Yay! I need some cloth. Technically something to cover the desk. Where's the freebie newspaper? There it is. The upside to only having a small desk area to work with is I only need a small bit of newspaper. It's brilliant. Yeah, I don't know if other places get this. Oh, this was advertising the British Firework Championships. Huh. Yeah, they were a thing, weren't they? But yeah, freebie newspapers are brilliant for painting mats. Sent you a link. Look at later. It's phone clamp. Ooh, nice. Thank you very much, Jay. That's wonderful. I will have a gander at that one. The problem behind that light on there is everything looks dark on this side of me. I'm like, or it could just be that it's me. I'm always like that. Right, I'm shaking these up. Hey, Seba, welcome in. Welcome in. I've been improving on set too. Got a couple of clip-on lamps even. Clips on lamps then. I was like, what? Clip-on lamps and nice. I've got a clip-on lamp, but it's a very yellowy light. I was going to set it up for this and I was like, oh. I mean, it's kind of like what I've got above me. But I wasn't quite sure if I could turn it on and not, because I had it, it's, oh yeah, I can see where it is now. Yeah, it's that. So that would have been blinding the camera. Okay, yeah, Panana, I'm not always like that. Sometimes I'm sleeping. It's even better to say that join the dark side. We have herpes. Which I just realised you may not have seen if you came in a bit late. Shuffle over, kid. So this is what I'm working on. I'm going to try and paint this boy up. I'm just putting Mackie there as something to look at whilst I'm doing it. Well, the dark side have cookies as well. There's the advantage of the dark side. It's got a lot of good things. The dark side has a lot of really nice things, and you got to sit back and say, well, why is the dark side a bad thing? And then you remember that you can force choke people, and then you're like, why is the dark side a bad thing? I can just imagine sitting in a call centre and it's like, yes sir, I'm sorry, you're complaining about nothing for the umpteenth time. Alright, that's that problem dealt with. Yep, this colour looks brown. It's also because the way it comes out the bottles is way too much for what I need, but hey ho. Oh yeah, there's no way I get a fine brush in there. I'm lucky to get the windows done. Ooh, cool. I'll have a gander at that later on, yes. Thank you, Jay. That's very good. Although I may be providing screenshots to you of some interesting things. But yeah, it looks like you're enjoying the game. I've never actually played one. What did it play like? Is it like a fast-paced? I'm assuming it's a fast-paced style of game. I really should try and hold this up here because at the moment all you're looking at is my head and an image of a Mackie. Oh, I wonder if my little turntable thing would work. I just realised I have like a solar operated turntable. I don't know if it works. I don't know whether it has to be solar or whether it could be powered by this light. Because then I could get that, put that down, and then you have something rotating and turning. Let me get these boots painted and I might run up and have a look. I think I know where it is. Option B is I've got a mirror. But what I aim to try and do is get parts of this painted and I can sort of put it onto the camera and be like, this is what I've done. Now you can see how messy I am when painting, especially with a light burning into one of my eyes. Bright light. It burns my retinas. Also, I'm like, God damn it, there's a cactus in the way. And I'm like, God damn it, I put the cactus in the way. I don't see the cactus lasting long, to be honest. It's just milliput held together, so it's liable to drop off. I could probably hit it with a paintbrush and it's going to fall over. But I had milliput left over, so I went, let's see what we can do. Alright, so pop you out of the way a second. Pop you in there. I'm trying to figure out how the camera works. So we've done is the cockpit and the shoes for now. So what I'm going to quickly do is wash this brush, run upstairs to where I think the turntable is, and I'm going to see if I can bring that down. It's only a small little thing, it should fit on the desk easily. And then if nothing else, you've got stuff rotating and turning around that you can look at whilst I'm painting. Just adds a little bit extra flavor. As you can tell, I prepared the stream rather well. BRB. Aha! Greetings and salutations, Carol. Welcome in. Yep, that's right. Focus on that. Think it's dead, Jim. Oh wait, no, it's moving. Glacially, but it's moving. So now I need to find somewhere to perch the phone to be able to do this. So it needs to be what? Yay high. What can I put it on? Aha! Ha ha ha! Almost. God damn it. Hey, you've stopped working now, haven't you? Come on, light, you can do it. If not, I may have to invest in the batteries. This has been sat up in my room for yonks. What batteries does it take? That looks like AA. I may have some AA's. But yes, sorry, I don't know if I mentioned it. Hello, Karen, welcome in. Yes, no worries if you're in your D&D game, that's absolutely fine. I anticipated as much. This is the thing, I look around for batteries and I can't find them, and then I'll stumble across them momentarily. Like, I've got a bucket load of these batteries, why do I have so many? Because I keep going out and buying more batteries, because I can't find them. Did I leave some over here? And yes, I agree, if I was organised, I'd be dangerous. You know, the other day I did see some AA batteries and I was like, oh, AA's, what do I need them for? I can't think. So I didn't actually remember where they were because I'm like, well, why do I need to remember where AA's are if I don't need them? Because that's the way my brain works. It goes, do you need this? No. Okay. And then it forgets it. Ooh, oh, damn it. I got excited. Ooh, that's a AA. That's a AA. This is where I plug it in and it really doesn't want to work. That's when you know FUBAR. Whoa. Wow. That's horrendous to put batteries in. Which guy came up with this battery case? Okay, it's making a noise, it's doing something. We'll go with that. Haha, right, okay. Now I just need to raise that up. Hard drives. Perfect solution. So how is it you make your camera up that high? Well, simply, I rested it on 2 old hard drives. Right. Focus. Let's try and turn that down a bit so it... One, helps my eyes, but also might help yours. It's a little bit out of focus on the top. Let's... Oh god, now it's out of focus everywhere. Yes, as you can tell, I really planned all this. Where's that mirror? No, that's not going to work because that's not going to stay upright. Nope. Darn it. There you go. It's rotating. It's doing something. At least I know the motor works, so that's a bonus. I think I just need to expose it to more light. But it gives you something to look at. I don't know why I find that so. It's just the idea of this Herbie going round. Oh, I'm so easily amused. Right, let's have a look at what I've got in terms of metal. So I've got a shining silver, a plate mail metal, or gunmetal. Well, I don't want to do gunmetal. I don't think silver's good. So let's go for the plate mail. So what I want to do, this is how my brain's working this, is I want to paint up, oh wow, I'm really dark now. I want to paint up the Herbie with the metal, and then dry brush the colour over the top of it, so that more of the metal shines through than the actual colour, so it's got that really worn look. I mean, okay, fine, I'll put an Herbie on there for you. Introducing everyone's favourite Herbie. Sorry, I like to make funny noises when I shake these things. Makes me feel like I'm doing something more than just sitting here going. Plus I could do it real suggestively. And anyone who's watching without audio will be like, what the... Right. keep you out just in case I need you. Okay, so... Oh, wow, this is a fairly thick paint, actually. Now, the smarter part of me should have painted the herby up, then applied the milliput. But that's smart. And people who have known me for long enough know that I don't really do this smarts. I mean, I can be at times. You know, I've done a lot of work where it's made things a lot easier for people by simply applying the logic of we have Excel, make Excel do the work for us. But there are moments like this where I'm like, if I'd have painted this up beforehand, then all I'd be doing is just adding the milliput on top. And then I just paint up the cloth. But no, for whatever reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to just say stuff it. Go nuts. What is nuts? It's only been the past 3 weeks. Yeah, that's a very good shout out, that one. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I hope everyone has been well. We'll be getting back into streaming more regularly. So a couple of theatre shows. Ooh, I meant to ask actually, how did they go? You know what my brain's like, is it forgets things so bloody easy. Not that bad here in Hastings. Well, you're enjoying it. Good pictures of the locals. Shame a bit too big to take back to ours, but yeah. And it's a shame that desk is a bit too thin, really, I think. It really would restrict what I'd be able to run on it, so... Found one that would fit, but getting home would be much fun. Hey, be right. Just strap them to the bonnet. Very enjoyable. Do you believe in Ghost was more human than serious? The ghost even played a part, taking her final bow. Turned off the sign and lit up the letters B, O, and O to say her goodbyes. That's cool. I'm glad it was a good show. GWR 280 heavy freight loco. Ooh. Look, you've not got any passengers, right? You just put all the seats down and just chuck it to poop. So yeah, all I'm doing currently is just applying this silvery metal paint over the mech, and then I can, I said I'll dry brush the colours over it, and it should then give a nice worn look to it. Because I know I'm painting the poncho, I can be a little bit messy with this, so I don't have to worry about what paint I get on the poncho. It's just more as long as the poncho doesn't, you know, break. That's my bigger worry at the moment. Because I am aware that milliput is not the strongest of materials, but it's all I had to hand. So I went with it. And Ragnarok did suggest a few of the things I could have used, but didn't have them to hand, and like everyone, budget is not infinite, so I just went, make do with what I got, see what happens. Southern Schools Class Black 5 at the LAR3. I had a question. Okay, yep, fire it away. I will try and answer as best I can. I'm not an expert, but and yeah, it is a start. You know, I bought modelling tools actually whilst Panana was down, so I actually got to use them for this and scoped a little bit, so it was interesting to do that. It was a learning curve. Let's just dry brush this a bit because I want to just pick out some of the parts on there in metal, just because I'm not really going to get much in there, and do the same across the boots. But yeah, I figured, you know, I could get the experience in with the milliput that I had. At least then I'm using what I already have. I'm not going out and buying more stuff only to find I'm not good at it. And I can look at alternate methods, you know, once I'm more comfortable. Right, let's just have a... Okay. Put him on there a second and let him take his limelight whilst I clean up. So yeah, I've gone silver around it all. Now I'll get some colours out there. I've still got a fair blob of silver actually, so I'm wondering if I find another mech to start painting up. Ooh, actually, there was that other Herbie. So I've got a rules book, and it does have another Herbie. So it's got like, it's basically arcade mode Battletech, and they've got an Herbie kicking a tank like a football. So the tank's done up with the white hexagons and the black spots, and then the Herbie is, funnily enough, wearing stars and stripes. You know, not like the Yanks know how to play football, but there is that. But it's not really what a class as metallic. I'll leave it like that for now. Oh, I just clicked a button. Didn't want to do that. Go away. So pick sense the Discord, thank you. Is it the kind of thing you could have thrown some acrylic paint in? Silver base coat for the winter one. Ooh, that's a good shout. Good shout. I may need to get more silver out for that one. But yeah, the silver could do, because I was originally just going to do it all in white, but yeah, silver base coat and dry brush some white on top of it. I like that idea. And milliput, no, it's not really something you could really add acrylic into. So it's... Oh yeah, this camera will be alright. So they're like squidgy sticks of almost like Play-Doh kind of material. You mix the two together into a uniform colour, and then that's what you mix until it dries into the shape that you want. So you can't really add colour to it, but you can paint it afterwards. I mean, technically you can sand it and all sorts of stuff. I do not recommend filing it. I made that mistake before, and now my file has lots of bits of milliput in it that I can't get out. So yeah, don't recommend that. What was I going to get up for? That one. I was gonna get you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In fact, I actually started painting this one white. But no, I like the idea of going for the silver and then dry brushing it over. So, what we've got here, I'm just gonna... Whoop. I can hear the mortar go when I put the metal ones on there. So, this is an old school vulture cast. This one is about 20 years old. I had painted it up kind of horrifically, and then when I found them I stripped the paint, redid it all again. I did one of them in the lightning scheme, which I've got the boxes here. I might as well just pop that one on, although I think everyone's seen that one, but for those that don't follow me on the Instagram, so that's what I did. Lightning scheme. So what I'm planning on doing is I was just going to paint this one up white and copy the original paint scheme, which had blue splotches on. Panana did come up with a great idea of making it snow themed. So I was painting it up, as you could tell, all white. Well, the green light there doesn't really help. But yeah, they're actually thinking like if I painted it all up in the silver and then dry brush the white on the top, you'd have a very glittery white. So we'll give that a whirl. What's the worst that could happen? And whilst that's going around, let's just pick another one. Yeah. Let's go for another old school. Oi! The turntable struggles with that. Alright, so I'm probably going to need more. So I only put a little bit out in anticipation, but then I kind of finished everything I needed to. But let's see how far I get. Yeah, way back when Mech Commander came out, and I found out you could get the miniatures, I started trying to collect them. And it did hit me actually whilst I was building up the one I got again. I actually did buy more than I originally thought, so I should have, in theory, lying around, as well as another Mad Cat, another Thor, sorry, a Thor, because I don't actually have one here, a Loki, a Takena, another Masakari, another Centurion, but don't know where they are. They've vanished into the ether. Probably along with all my Warhammer stuff. It's probably in the attic at my mum's place. Or it's all been, thrown out because, well, it's, what happens. You move out and the parents come along and go, I don't know what this crap is, and just get rid of it. But as far as more, my mum didn't really do anything like that. She kept a lot of stuff there. So I'm sure it's there. It's just probably in the loft. I just never actually got around to going up into it last time I was up. But yeah, I should have a box full of Warhammer 40k stuff, which was a mix of armies because I just bought what I liked. I didn't really necessarily set so if it was mostly Space Marines. I had a few Sisters of Battle, some Seraphins, at least one Dreadnought. Had a Limb and Rust because I just like the look of it. Had at least one of the bikes, if not more. Don't think I had the cruiser, like hovercraft vehicle. But yeah, I don't know where all that stuff is. That's fine, no worries. Have you considered black with yellow striping, like a reverse wasp? Sorry, on Saber, on a mech, or just any mech, or a particular one. Sorry. As a mech close game, oh yeah, it's not something I've considered, but I could look into doing it. In fact, saying that, there was one I did pick up, which in my mind was going to be yellow because it looks like some kind of. It almost looks like the manual loader from Alien. And I was like, oh, that could be a one to do. But yeah, I could have a look at doing that up. Because I don't just want to keep them HoloLive themed. Where I can, there'll be some like that, yes. But I'm also just going to go for other colour schemes as and what I like. Whether it's in the Legends book, because there's a few in there that I like. I've seen some what other people have done online, and I like what they've done. There's one, someone's taken a Daichi and give it like a galaxy theme because it has this big flat top to it. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. That could be good to do. But there's options for paint schemes. I do now have an actual. In fact, I've now got 2 Thunderbolts, to be honest. Because I picked up a box set the other day that had a Thunderbolt in. Because the metal one was a pain in the ass. So, most of the metal minis are relatively straightforward to put together. So, like the Vulture I'm painting, the base has the feet on it. So the feet are already set. The legs are one piece that connect onto the hip, if you will, which is one piece. And then the torso sits on top of that, so you can actually have it so the torso's turned to one side or whatnot. Careful not to paint this cockpit whilst I'm doing this. But yeah, there's, you know, they're relatively easy to build. And then the T-Bolt comes along. And that was not a sod. Because its feet were separate to the legs. The legs were separate at the knees. Then you had to glue them onto the hip. Then you had to glue that onto the upper torso. Then you had to glue the missile pod and the head on because the T-Bolt has different positions for those. Then you had to glue the arms on, and one of the arms had a cannon sticking off. And I was just like, oh my giddy aunt. Yeah, I'm going to need more of this I'm running out. I've got a good majority of it covered, to be honest. Although I do realise I did put, I think, gunmetal over the cannons, and I'm like, oh, who knows? Right. I'm sure Asp is a Battletech cartoon action. Ah, yes. Glad you reminded me. So, I did pick up, so when I picked up this box set, it came with a coupon for the Catalyst website. And I was like, ooh, I could get some stuff. So, I looked on there and I was like, oh, I could get the majority of another Irby plushie. Because there wasn't really much on there I was going to get. And I thought, yeah, I could get that. And I put it in the basket, activated the code, everything was looking okay until the shipping came up. So Irby plushie was $30. The coupon was $20. So yeah, $10 payment. $120 shipping. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. Okay, let's try something else. So I took the Irby out and I put some miniatures in. $120 shipping, and I was like, oh, don't matter what it is, it's $120 shipping from there. Yeah, not getting anything. Not going to get anything shipped. So I went for PDFs because, well, you don't pay for shipping on those. And I got one of them that I got was the guidebook for the show, which also comes with all the color schemes for the mechs. So I now have a good guide to do the glorious colour scheme for the Bushwhacker, which coincidentally is posed in exactly the same way as the actual metal miniature. So I got 2 of those to go. So yeah, I'll be painting one of those up like that. But yeah, it's got all the colours, because I did pick up the Somerset Strikers set on the Kickstarter. So I figured I was going to need some kind of reference. But yeah, I also picked up PDFs for Pseudotech, which is like an arcade Battletech, if you will. You know, if Battletech is a serious racing sim, Pseudotech is Mario Kart. I also picked up the compendium for it, which is the Urban Mech, Urban Fest. And there's one of the power-ups that if you're an Urban Mech and you pick this power-up, you turn into a Jaeger Mech. You know, it's that kind of crazy stuff. So it'd be nice to actually give that a crack at some point, just to see how silly it plays. But from what I've gathered, I've only had a quick read of it, but from what I've gathered, all the power-ups are obviously like hidden and stuff, so you can't tell what they are until you pick them up. Some of the power-ups do stuff like, you know, you fall into a vat of corrosive acid and your mech starts taking damage. Others they'll give your mech the ability to fly. But it is just quick, silly, daft games with an arcade feel to them. Sounds like when you came out with the My Little Pony quest. Yeah. Take something serious and, you know, make it fun and crazy. It is how we enjoy things in life. See, my biggest complaint about the vultures, the metal vultures, is the guns bend so easy because, you know, it's just pewter. Okay. And again, I've ended up with way too much silver on there, but let's pop those boys off. Let's go take the limelight a second. Shiny. Yeah, toast. Oh, welcome back. Also, for those curious, what you have here is the old school vulture. And that's the modern one. A bit chunkier. The nose looks really short though, in my opinion. I like the fact it's wider, because I think the original metal one is a bit too thin, but it also looks really short. But yeah, it's fun just how far they've come along with mouldings and stuff like that. So where is it? Is it in here? I think it's in here. Yeah. That's the metal T-bolt. So that arm was one piece. Missile pod head was another. That arm was another piece. The front end of the gun was another piece. The upper torso is a piece. The lower hips are a piece. The legs are separate pieces, as in upper leg, lower leg, and feet. It's an arse. I actually need to put you back on there because you're still wet. Oh, there it is. Here, some other interesting things that I've got. So, as I mentioned before, the one that I could do the reverse wasp straps on, I forget what the hell it's called now. But there's this weird looking thing. And then there's Chonkus. Oh, come on, focus on it, focus. Is that a grasshopper? I don't think so. Question mark? I'll have to check. I need to put its name on the bottom of it so I can remember. I only got it because it looked weird. Along the lines of this. My first Frankenmech. Be able to name all the parts. Put Sir Chonkus back. Here we go. The chunky one's the Takana. The grasshopper might be the other one. I'll have to have a double check. But yeah, this is... You actually get... This is the first time I've seen this in the actual minis. So the head here can be replaced with the typical like spoiler fin that you get on archers. And you can choose what you do, because it's like you either take the father or the daughter as the pilot. I've chose this one because it's got a rainbow colour scheme. But yeah, Valkyrie head, Archer left torso, Warhammer right arm. I think it's Warhammer right arm and right torso. And it's a rifleman, legs and chest. Because if you do it in this version, the cockpit is the head. If you do it in the other version, the cockpit is the rifleman's forward-facing cockpit. I think it's an archer for that arm. I'll have to double check. But I know the center torso is rifleman, and I think the legs are the rifleman as well. But yeah, it's one of the pack ones you can get. I just thought it was kind of cool that you can actually get a Frankenmeg. Wait. Oh, the camera's really struggling with that. Okay, there we go. The shoulder does like it's matching the torso. It could be an archer. Yeah, I mean, I've got an archer. I should really have a gander and have a look. But yeah, it's, what was it? There's something irregulars pack. I'll have to dig out the pack notes and I'll find out. But yeah, you get the father and his mech variant, or his daughter, and what she did with his mech afterwards. Which is she moved the cockpit down and sorted it out. Chunky one with the disc-like torso looks better for the reverse wasp. Oh, the Takina. Could be. I was thinking it would look like a bee. It's like a bumblebee. It's got a big ass. Right, okay. Let's get some blue. A very, very light blue. But a blue nonetheless. You'll do. Ultramarine blue. Wow, gee, I wonder what this is for. A lot of space for the yellow straps. True, true. My only trouble, and I'm going to say this, is with stripes, you need straight edges. I can't go straight. Wait, I can't paint straight. Probably better phrasing it. And I'm still sat here looking at that blodge of silver. And I'm like, I really should use it up. I hate the idea of wasting the paint. I just don't know what to use it on. Huh, I've actually got two archers. Interesting. Nope, I know what I was going to do with that one. No, I don't want to do that. We'll try and figure out what I can do. Oh, actually, I remember I was going to do something like that on this. Because I was going to give this a very basic paint scheme, so I think a silver on it would be alright. They don't make Ultramarines blue anymore. Wow. The Ultramarines have been priced out of the market. Petition to do an Archer in Fate Archer colours. Okay, yeah, I can roll with that one. Star Trek Archer, yeah. Why does the torso have a face? Because Battletechs. Oh, hang on. If we're going to talk about being gay and doing crimes, yeah, let's put that one on there. Mech needs a Dr. Eggman paint scheme. Does he have? Yeah, he's got black legs, so it'd be black. God, that is so fucking tempting now. I was going to do it up in like a military-esque kind of semi-serious, but the Eggman paint scheme. No, this wasn't the potential pineapple. No. Damn it. The idea of having Dr. Eggman. Oh crap, I'm doing one up that looks like Sonic. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Yeah. Let's find something else I can use silver on. I mean, I could, for a giggle. So, we've got the original Urban Mech sculpt. Painted up in silver, put some black stripes down it to make it look like a dustbin. I think we've got that one. Because I've no idea what I'm going to paint that one up like otherwise, so... It's now going to be a dustbin. So, to honour the original Urban Mech, we shall make it a dustbin. And don't worry, Saber, I've got something far more flimsy than any of those for my Sonic. It goes fast. It also has bugger all armour and bugger all structure. So it's basically Sonic with no rings. It takes a hit, it goes boom boom. I don't know about doing it in the colours, but I could always see about sticking a little bumper sticker on it. This was it's just gonna be a dustbin looking son of a Urban Mech camo. It blends in by looking like a dustbin. I love how adorably stupid it looks. Its legs are bigger than its body. The Urban Mech, the creator of meme. Because sure, anyone can pilot a Masakari, do well. But can they pilot an Urban Mech and survive? That is a true Mech Warrior test. And to be perfectly fair, I think there's a mech worse than the urban mech when it comes to weaponry, because it's only got one. Okay, it's a very big one, but it carries one. One weapon, no backups. When its ammo runs out, it is boned. It's not that fast. Or rather, it's not as fast as light mechs, which is what it is. It's faster than an Irby, and could probably one-shot an Irby, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's got this big, powerful gun, but if it misses, well, it's ammo-based. It don't carry much. Oh, I'm sure I can pick up one of the four-legged ones. We'll do that up as a train. The thing is, a lot of train paint schemes are very eh. I mean, the Irby at least has a laser designator. Smaller, yeah. It can draw penises on faces. May not live to, enjoy that moment, but it can do it. But yeah, kind of interested to say, but do you know what this light mech is with only one weapon? No worries, no worries. So, there is a mech called the Hollander, and it carries a Gauss rifle. And that's it. All it has is a Gauss rifle. So yeah, it could really ruin a light mech's day. And it could seriously damage, heavier mechs. But when it runs out of ammo, that's it. Yeah, I thought it was a medium, but apparently it's a light mech. Going off the books. Now, they did upgrade it to what they call the Hollander 2, which has some lasers as a backup, and I think that's what they used in Mech Commander, because it was classed as a medium mech, because they basically added a load of weight to it as the Hollander 2 to give it a backup weapon, and I think it had that in Mech Commander. But yeah, the bog standard Hollander is just, a Gauss rifle. Just realised I didn't clear off all the flash lines on this, but it just adds to the effect of the urban mech. Rough and ready. Well, rough at least. He's a shiny little boy. Oh, hush, I'm not talking to you. Stomach be like... And that's pretty much all the silver paint used up, which is good. So I shall put you over to dry. If I stick you near the phone, you'll dry really quick, because that thing's hot. So yeah, two, the added weight on to give it more, survivability, I guess. So yeah, it fell into the medium mech category, but the bog standard one is just, wanted wonder. That wonder is a Gauss rifle. Nothing to sneeze at, except for when it runs out. If it was fast, it probably wouldn't be as bad, because then it could just run away, but it can't. Yeah, that's Robotnik. I love the idea. Pen, pencil. Oh, are you a working or acting implement? Let's find out. Yes. Just wrote Robotnik underneath it to remind me. Right. I really shouldn't take things out of the case until I remember where they all go. And I'm like, where did you fit? Oh, there. I've got to finish writing the names on everything. I still don't know how I'm going to fit this one in anywhere, but oh well. Anyway, I was getting some blue. That's an idea. Let's change these out a moment. So, we shall put on the original Irby. Let's put number 1 on. And the more modern version of. So you may contrast and compare. And giggle at the changes. Actually, I'll put that one back before I do something silly with it. Like, smack it. Right. Oops. Best way to do this, if I use this and then try and dry brush with it, that'll be alright. Oh, it's a very wet paint. Ooh, that's not good. On the plus side, with it being a relatively wet paint, it's coming out very thin. Which is working in my favour because it allows the silver to show through. Who put the cactus in the way? Oh, wait. I don't know if you guys can hear the gearbox of that turntable crunching away slowly. A relic from Model Zone, for those of you that remember that place. That's fine then. I wasn't quite sure how loud it was. It's, you know, to me it's very loud, but I'm not sure how much my mic is picking up, so... Oh, not looking too bad. Metallic comes through ever so slightly. Let's just do... I know it's a lighter colour blue, but I don't have that lighter colour blue. Or do I? Actually, no, I do. I do. Did I see you put it? I did. Maybe like a little clicking. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, annoyingly, I'm running short of painted battle mix to put on the turntable. But I'll get this gun done, and then I can see about putting this one back on for you to see. Yeah, this is not as wet. Oh, a bit too much there. And then I want to do that light blue, please. It's just looking at it, I'm like, that should have been light blue, not dark. But thankfully you can't see much of it anyway, so it's not too big of an issue. Right. Oh yeah, it doesn't like that. Have the two plastic ones. So I don't know if it's going to come across on the camera, but there is now a light blue tint for the gun. The legs are done, I was going to say trousers for a minute and I couldn't figure out what word I needed. The legs are done in the blue with the silver underneath. And then, yeah, I just need to do the hat and the poncho, which is, looking at that, I'm going to say a dark brown to start with. Then I do the pattern. Or, if I do the pattern in a nice dark colour, or a light but thick colour, I could then do a pass over with a dark wash. No, do it as you plan. Do it dark, paint the pattern on, dry brush the highlights. I think it's going to be the best bet. So, don't need these. Don't need you. Right, back to the browns. Let's have a look. Right, so the desert yellow is definitely going to be good for the patterning. Monster brown. Could be the dark. So let's get all the browns out and have a gander at them all at once. Right, so okay. Right, I don't know how well this is going to show up. I might have to put it on the camera down here. So, go on, get that last one in colour shade. I'm thinking this is the base, this is the highlight, and then this as the patterning. So the order they'll go on, he says, trying to figure out which way around he needs his hands to do this because I'm looking at the camera, not looking at it. So it'll be that on first, then that for the pattern, and then dry brush with that. So if I do that, I know which order I need them in, and then them two may be good for doing the base, but I'll worry about that later. Let's put the Mackie back on, because I'm really proud of how that one turned out. So right. Thinky face, good face. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, so yeah. Normally it's my manic face. Ah, hey, what you know? The camera is fully charged. Plugging it in at the wall did help. Dun dun dun, this might become a thing. I'm gonna need more than that, but start small, work small. Because with this I need to be a little bit more cautious how I paint. Because now I don't want to damage what I've already painted, because that's going to be a sod to repaint. And I was thinking maybe I should have sanded the poncho down and whatnot, but one, that would be an absolute sod to try and do. But I also think it adds that nice textured look to it. It's a very rough look. Also acutely aware of how thin the brim on the hat is. Took a sodding age to try and get it to set right. And it broke at the back as I was trying to get it in position, so I'm just classing it as it's got a bit of a tear on the front and the back of it. Because it's the Wild West, the clothes aren't going to be perfect. But yeah, for my first time trying to do some serious sculpting with milliput, I'm chuffed with how it turned out. I think it turned out well. Could it be better? Yes. But I've learnt. And that is the important part. Of any undertaking that anyone ever takes, if you look at it afterwards and go, that could be better because I could have done X, Y, Z, you've learned. Sure, it could have been better, but did you know it at the time you started? No. And if you did know it at the time you started, then you can sit back and say, well, why did it come out that way? And you learn. But always look at it and go, could I improve that? And if you ever get to the point where you say no, congratulations, you've got yourself to a position where you can be happy with all your work that you produce. I look at some of I look at the Mackie. There's lines and stuff on that that are wobbly and not straight at all. But I put that down to, well, physical issues that I have. So I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it's great. For my abilities, my, own personal issues, I think it turned out rather well. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to fret about it. I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, I could make it better. Probably could if I really, really, really spent time, effort, and maybe money on it, but I'm fine with it. "24-hour/7 stream, maximum energy." 1 minute. Allow me to eat a tea bag. I should be ready to stream forever then. With this. Where to put it? Painting handle. So bloody useful, I just keep forgetting I've actually now got one. I'll say if you don't have one saver, I do recommend them. So bloody useful. And whilst they're designed for Warhammer round bases, they do clip in on the hexes. But I hold the things in just to be on the safe side. They sort of hold it in so they don't wiggle it too much. But just be on the safe side as I'm painting, I hold on to them. But apart from that, yeah. Fantastic. Alright, I'm just going to lean this way. I need to get some light in there. I can tell it needs the paint because I could see the milliput yellow. one thing I might do, just had a random thought, is I've got these little pebbles I can crush up and they turn into a really fine dust. If I clear coat the mech and then apply the dust to the legs, then you'd have like all the dust that's been kicked up and stuff like that on the legs and the base. And any that doesn't get on the legs, well, it's a dusty environment. What do you expect? Can I get a brush? I have inadvertently painted a part of it. Ooh, stay. I didn't want to. But shouldn't be easy to see. Right. So that's the base brown down now. Now I'm like, I need something else to paint whilst I wait for that to dry. Oh, wait, I know. The bin mech. The urban mech. I think I've just named it. Alright. I really need to sort this drawer up later. Alright, so we're going to start by panel lining the smeg out of this guy. He's trying to get his eyes to focus. I'm only going to panel line straight lines down. Oh god, that's come out awful. Come on. I think Operation Save the Paint worked. Woohoo! Your desk now smells like paint thinner. Woohoo! Welcome to the wonderful world of solvent abuse. What does it do? So that one just went straight down, okay. Went down the middle and bounced off the side. Don't know why I'm trying to get this perfect. It's an urban mech. Maybe I should put a Muppet on the top of it. But what I'll probably do is once I've got all the main panel lines done, is I'll go over the mech itself with a thicker pen to make the paint scheme pop. Now, can I draw a handle on the top? I don't know if I can. The answer is yes. Can I draw it well? No. God, that went wrong. It's where I put this mech on the battlefield and go, it's garbage day! Still not actually seen the film that's from. I just know of it. Like most memes on the internet. Yeah, that'll be fine enough. Yep. Pop culture osmosis. Where's it from? I don't know, but I know of it. It's like how people can say, oh, you know that song? And I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, you were just singing it. I'm like, oh, no, I know of the song, but I don't know who does it, what is, the name of the artist that's behind it and all that jazz. That involves knowing things. I don't know things. What I'll probably do is give this a wash with a dark wash on it to help pop the other lines. Yeah, the main part of it is just to give it that bin look. It's the perfect mech for people who are retiring, the have-beens, or have been. just about fit the name on there, that's fine. The pen decided halfway through not to be doing ink, but I couldn't quite tell until I tried to write, and I'm like, oh, you're not doing it. Okay. So just quickly doing the windows again. It's cheap and cheerful, but it works. Oh shit, what have I done? Oh, I moved the mouse, that's what. Alright, let's pop you back on there. Because this boy needs some more paint. This is where I need the really fine brush. I think what I need to do for garbage day is have like try and make like a little rubbish base at the bottom. Maybe have like excuse me, like a wheelie bin, not a wheelie bin, one of the big four-wheeled dustbins you get outside shops and stuff like that. You know, to scale, so you can actually see that it's actually a mech trying to blend in. But right, okay, so we've got diamond pattern around the neck. Also got this might actually be too similar. I may need it to be the other one actually. That's probably going to be better actually. It's not contrasting enough. So let's go with the other one that I was going to use as the highlight, and instead I'm going to use this one as the actual markings. Now I'm just thinking of the Dumpster Fire 2020 image. What, you mean any image from 2020? Dumpster, yeah, that's it. I'm glad you people know what I talk about. I don't know what I talk about half the time. I really do wish that light was better. What if I need to plug this in. Okay. I apologise in advance. This might be a little bit blinding, but I'm struggling to see. What I'm going to try and do is do it, because you don't need to see me actually painting. I can try and do it off camera. Let me just turn that on. That's not bad. It's not gonna blind you guys. Oh, and I've done that and instantly see somewhere I missed. One sec. Let's get. Jenga. bit missed there. It's amazing what you find when you can actually see. Oh, will do, thank you. Can you link me to where you got that? I've been looking for those magnifiers. Yeah, sure. It's an Amazon one, but I'll hop back into Amazon after this and I will link it to you. Just pop as a reminder in Discord, because you know what my memory's like. I'll finish this, run off to get food, and then completely forget. Yes, let's grab a quick drink and a quick break. Yeah, not going too bad, to be honest. Got at least one mech somewhat done. The paint where I need it to be dry is dry, so I can get the other part painting whilst I wait for the rest. And again, the best thing about the paint handle is it reduces me holding on to parts that I, have just painted. I won't say it stops me, but it reduces me. Yeah, it's a lot better. Almost sent them flying. Luckily it's just paintbrushes. Whoops, bit too much. Oh well. Extreme focus. Sorry. I just realised I'm just sat here staring at this, not saying a word, not doing anything. I'm just like, I'm just painting. Sorry, fellas. if I was very good at the modelling, I'd have the little tassels already on, but I'm just going to cheat and paint them. I was so confusing because it sounded like Lego. Sorry, which part did I have that somewhere? Oh, sorry. I appreciate I may have seen that message far too late for it to be relevant. Apologise. Oh no. That's just having a brush on hand is to get rid of the crap that you miss. When you yeah, the paintbrushes. Yeah, now I get what you mean. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's all the paintbrushes in the plastic tray. Push. You know the news that Peter at Valenbot is very cute, but the sheets are far too small. No! Do you need me to get you more? Just as I'm doing this, I come to realise I suck at doing patterns. going over the thick line. Any bits that are a bit too thin for what I want it to be. Right. Let's put Matey Boy on there. I'm going to go do the door and I'll be back. Still in use, because people don't know what closing time is. Oh, right. Yeah, D&D over, you have advanced the turntable there. Thank you. Going to go hunt down a coffee. Going to go hunt down a coffee, then look for a coffee then. Okay. Double coffee. The mirror that got darker on there. Let's get the boy in the light. Alright. Whilst to wait for that one actually, let's let that one dry a bit more. Let's put a wash on this one. Oi, where are you? How about coffee and bacon? Ooh, that's an idea. I feel I might be onto a winner here. Bacon makes everything better. Set paintbrushes. Loose hairs. Ooh. Ooh, you just give me an idea, Penna. Now, imagine. Now, bear with me. You make yourself a coffee. You then get yourself a rasher of bacon and you roll it up tightly so it's like a straw. You have a bacon straw. I think I'm onto a winner here. Roll out the Nobel Prize. Bacon straws. Oh, some of the strappings come off. I'll have to try and redo that one. Ooh, dunking bacon. That's an idea. Make it crispy. Dunk it in. Mmm. Damn. I don't have any bacon. I could try that otherwise. Alright, so... put them on there. Only if the bacon has a maple glaze. Ooh. You're bringing out all sorts of good ideas here. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Science. Science. I beg your pardon, sure. By the way, I'm not responsible for anyone falling ill trying any of my suggestions. I come up with these things because I'm crazy enough to try them. Does not mean that you should. We need to add some white to this. Because annoyingly, it's very close to the previous shade. What I might try and do is I do have some dark brown washes. I might put some of them in the creases just to help make this have that 3D-ness. You have found coffee and returned. Welcome back, Carol. Welcome back. How was your session this evening? All go according to plan, or not, depending on what the plan is. Let's go with that one. It's a strong tone, apparently. I have no idea what the differences are between the tones, but I'm going for it. What if the bacon is made of bacon covered in glaze of maple? Ooh. I'm just hearing bacon, bacon, and bacon, and I'm liking the sound of this. Yes, if we had a plan. But we didn't. No one died, so I count that as a plus. I mean, that's always a good thing. It is very much a life lesson. If no one dies, then you got away with it. Unless someone's supposed to die, in which case you didn't get away with it. Try again. It all depends really on what you're trying to achieve at the outcome. The brush is going to be too thick. It's less of a wash, more of a sludge. Well, we'll see what I can get with it. I was kind of hoping it'd flow a little bit more, but I may have been asking for unicorn poop with this. We're just trying. Someone thinks about committing regicide, I know, but someone is trying to assassinate the Queen to taking care of that. So I can ask from trying to think, don't want the Queen assassinating a government agent. Watch this, the fictional game of a tyrant queen. I mean, tyrant queen, that just says it all. That's better. Now you've come up more of a wash. The other way of looking at it is, how often do you get to do regicide? You know, that's the way I'd look at this. Like, I could kill the queen. I don't normally get a chance to do that, so maybe I should. Unless your character is like lawful good or something like that, and you probably don't want to be killing people. At least not queens. Unless you've got a good reason to. Now I do have a wash here which says it's a light tone, so I'm wondering if I apply that over the rest of the poncho, would that blend better? I don't know. Oh, where's my tissue? I'm really trying to get this dark stuff in the crevasses. Actually, if I just go nuts a second. That don't look too bad actually, I'll do that. Give it a wash with the uniform colour, and then dab it off. Just apply a bit to the hat. On the edge. The only thing I've got to really do is the band across his head and the cockpit windows. Oh crap, everyone's been talking and not noticed. Apologies, 1 second. Do me a solid, rearrange these colours, green, red, white. White, red, green. Yes, but it's more the moral quandaries of doing it for the right reasons. I mean, if your reasons is, well, when I'm dead, it's the right reason for you. Lawful chaotic, let's go. I mean, it's D&D. I could do it every couple of weeks if I wanted to, really. For the chaotic neutral, okay. Honestly, his only purpose in life is to find a husband and wife. But to that, the pixies just make a name for ourselves by doing heroic deeds, and everyone loves a hero, even if they are a little bit on the chubby side. Or they're going to be like the fat cats from Final Fantasy. Waddling cats. Right. Ooh. What paint pens did I get? Did I get a blue one? No, they're a greys. Damn it. I was thinking of trying to cheese it and get the cockpit done. Oh, is that blue still wet? It is! Hurrah! That's the best as I'm ever going to get for that. I'll just put some of these away for a second. Balls. Come back here. Now, if I don't want a matte black, a dark stone. Yes, that sounds like a good colour. Paintbrushes, not balls. They roll like balls, but they're paintbrushes. I mean, do they roll like balls though? They only really roll in one direction. Balls are known to turn up everywhere and roll in many different ways. Some roll on top, some roll on the bottom. Some just roll however they feel. I mean, was I calling the paintbrushes balls or was I just yelling balls? I may have some balls. I've got plenty in here. I'm so glad I have a steady hand and I can paint straight lines. Who am I kidding? Yep, straight lines are over. I mean, also, you got to ask the question, what is a straight line? Because everything is curved, really. The Earth is curved. A straight line on the Earth might be straight in one direction, but you look at it from the side, it's going to start curving. What happens when it passes, you know, a black hole or something? Lines all bend. So what is a straight line? Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll need to do Dictator Bird after this. I'm just trying to see if I can add a bit of rusty colour. Might need more orange. I think I need more orange. Yes, add a bit of orange into that mix. Or I could add a colour called dry rust. Oh, you're overflowing. You're really excited to get out of that tub. Wow. Calm thy tits, paint. But I am behaving. What makes you think I'm not behaving? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? New paintbrush. Now, to the unattended, you might be going, that's just a cocktail stick. To which I turn around and go, yes, it is. It's also a very, very handy paint applicator. Still too wet. Ah, part of the cactus broke. I knew it would happen. Might be able to fix it later. I think that's gonna do. What? I look like I have a paintbrush mustache. Ooh. Allow me to paint you like one of my anime girls. Okie dokies. I'll have to try and fix the cactus. The rest of it feels fairly solid. But I'll do the base maybe tomorrow or something. Let's just crack up the brightness on our boy. But there we go. It may not be perfectly exact, but it's close enough for me and I'm happy with it. So, yeah. I'll wrap this up here, I think. Let that one dry up a bit more. Re-glue the broken cacti back on. And then I can see about painting up the base tomorrow. I'll be like an off-stream thing because it's just a quick, easy run on the base. What I am going to try and do is, I've got little rocks from the back garden, just crunch them up so that it's a nice fine dust, and then I'll see, there's this acrylic matte varnish that Penana's give me. I'm going to see if I can apply that with a brush to the base to then throw the dust on it so the dust sticks to the base and creates a textured base on it as well. But it should mean I can avoid doing stuff like coating everything in it. So yeah, I think that'll do for the evening. It's turned out okay. Some areas I can see I need to improve on, but it's all a learning curve. All a big learning curve. So I will wrap this up here. A big thank you to everyone for turning up to watch. I do hope you enjoyed. I will be streaming again on Friday, going back to Hitman, unless something else crops up in the meantime. Hey Overall, all coming in. I'm just wrapping up, I'm afraid. But yeah, I should be back on Friday doing Hitman, and then on Saturday, I don't know if I want to jump back into Payday for a little bit, just change it up and have a bit of fun there. I'll see what everybody else wants to do. But I'll post it up in the Discord when I figure out what's happening. But until then, again, a big thank you to everyone, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are. It's been a pleasure having you, and until next time, toodles.